Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for September 25th, 2025. Got Dark Ages allies. Just Dark Ages and allies? Is that right? Thursday? Thursday 2 sets? Maybe Thursday is 2 sets. Okay, fine. So we've got Sentinel and Counterfeit Trashing. We've got Draw is just Highwayman plus like Sir Destry, I guess. Gains Market Square gives you plus buying, can also generate gold. Galleria can give you gains. If you gain cards 3 or 4, costing 3 or 4. Town has plus buy. Swap isn't exactly gains, but you can, like, in conjunction with Galleria at the very least. I mean, there's other interesting things you can do with swap in general, of course, but one of the things you could do here is get, like, a Sentinel to activate Galleria after you've already, done your Sentinel trashing, and then return the Sentinel with swap to something that you actually want. And yeah, plus actions is just town. Well, I guess what's the actions night? Dame Molly, that's right. But yeah, otherwise just town. So probably using town for plus buy isn't going to be super relevant. What does look relevant to me is the Market Square reaction to gain golds and then counterfeiting the golds. Also potentially relevant there is that if knights come into play, then you can also, like, you can get golds if your cards get trashed, and also the golds themselves can kind of defend the rest of your deck from the knights. So as far as the knights go, well, I am definitely not a fan, and I generally try to find ways to win without them when they do show up, which isn't often for me because I ban the card. But I have to admit, in this case, with Michael on top in particular, getting the hand size attack does seem like a thing to do. I guess I can imagine actually playing with Pillage here. Pillage is a very weak card in general, but on this particular board, because you have swap, I can imagine, and Market Square for that matter, I can imagine like swapping into Pillage and using that. But I think you'd rather just have Michael, and if somebody picks up Michael, then the other player is going to want to pick up the next knight, and that makes it more likely that more knights are going to be gained and blah, blah, blah. So I would not be surprised if that does happen. But we do also have the Necropolis here for plus actions. Okay, so in any case, we're going to want to trash with Sentinel, so let's pick that up. And then I think Town is the best thing to combine it with. If we see it by itself, yeah, we can just play it for... Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, we do... So we're going to potentially draw the Necropolis here, which would be fine, I guess. But if we don't, then we can get another town. Yeah, okay. We trigger a shuffle, which I wasn't really anticipating happening. But I think we go ahead and take a Market Square. I mean, Sentinel can trigger that, and the early golds can help us hit other price points. Okay, so now we have Now we have a choice to make. We take a counterfeit, do some more trashing, and as I already mentioned, it combines nicely with the gold gaining from Market Square. Take a Highwayman for draw. There is, like, because we haven't finished trashing our shelters, there is some argument against that along the lines of, well, we need to not, like, you know, see our whole deck and then not be able to trash them with Sentinel. Although there is Innkeeper to discard. We could just go ahead and take Sir Michael now. Lay claim to that hand size attack. I think I already mentioned counterfeit. Yeah, so I think those are all reasonable options. Like the urgency of counterfeit when we have Sentinel in the deck is definitely lower than it would be with other early trashers. I am kind of leaning towards just grabbing Sir Michael. Next turn, we have the 3 coppers down there. 3 coppers, Hovel, Necropolis, Market Square. If we're lucky, we bottom deck the Hovel. And we can either play Necropolis, Sentinel Trash, top deck some, like, whatever, and then play Market Square to draw the thing, like maybe Sir Michael. Or we just discard the Market Square and take a gold and buy another Market Square. But it is, of course, also possible that we don't bottom deck the Hovel, in which case either the Market Square is on top. Well, I guess the Necropolis could be on top, and then we'd still hit 3 and be able to do the Market Square stuff, but... Yeah, the one thing about taking Sir Michael right now, Sir Michael is not going to help us hit price points. It's going to hurt the bot's ability to do it. It's not going to help us. It is also potentially going to help their Sentinel, for what that's worth. But it's just, like, it's an effect that's not really easily replaceable. I think I'm going to take it. Oh, I didn't consider bottom decking the Sentinel, actually. Okay. Well, fine. Oh, wait. I miscounted my copper. I thought... why did I think I had 3 coppers down here? Well... shit. We trash too much copper here. We could be in a bit of a bind. Maybe we just plan... I mean, I guess there's always the Market Square to get us more gold, or to get us gold, not more gold because we don't have any yet, but yeah. Probably just go ahead and trash. Be nice if we could have discarded Michael, if that was an option, at least. But... God damn it. Alright. There's a good chance we'll get to trash the Hovel here and react with Market Square. Want to, I guess, play Necropolis first. I think we need this gold. Hmm. Crash their Sentinel. Okay. We did give them a bunch of gold, but let's get another town. Do you think I want to trash the Necropolis? Don't want to gain a gold here. Would like to get a Highwayman, but also like to attack. I'm gonna go with that. All right. Yeah, I guess we'll gain a gold here. Market Square. They have a lot of highwaymen for how many towns they have. All right, do we want to gain a gold here? I think that's fine. You keep revealing Copper Necropolis. That's annoying. Oh, wait, I forgot about the Highwayman. Oops. I wanted to buy my own, but no such luck. This is crazy. Okay, they did get another town. The Sentinel we don't really need anymore. I'd like to get a swap. We would just do that. Alright, we trashed a Market Square. That's good. I guess we can play the Sentinel, but I don't... Yeah, it's not doing anything. Alright, I'd like to get a swap. We can swap out of the Sentinel. This is definitely not how I was expecting this game to play out. They've definitely got some stuff going here, but I feel like if we do, even despite the Market Square stuff, if we do keep playing the Knights, and especially if we get another one, it is going to hurt them. I'm going to swap that Sentinel, but I guess swapping a Market Square is fine. I'm actually wondering if I should go with the double attack here. We could also swap Market Square to swamp. What's down there? I think it's just another Market Square and then the Sentinel. Got a Highwayman. All right. Making progress here. Um, I think I'm just gonna take a town. Like, we have these two swaps. Or maybe we could take double market square and figure that we can swap some more market squares. Maybe that makes more sense. How are they resolving that many highwaymen with how many... Oh, the necropolis. Okay. It's crazy. But I guess it makes a certain sort of sense. Alright, we're going to want to play at least one market square. You can get one more highwayman. One more town. Or Sylvia. We do have the action. We don't have the actions to play Highwayman, Michael, Sylvia. Okay. We get another swap. If we did play Sylvia instead of a highwayman, it would let us buy like double town instead of double market square for what that's worth. Maybe not very much. Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually do that though. Say not very much, but I guess we're gonna have trouble hitting their highwaymen because they're always gonna be in play. But their towns, on the other hand. Alright. Let's just see what happens with this. Crash a town, yeah. Just a highwayman, okay. I definitely think we want another highwayman this turn. We could take another knight. It's off this market square. Or the swap. But it might as well be the market square, I suppose. Alright. I think I'm just going to take double town again. down to 3 provinces. How did they get 4 highwaymen into play again? How are they getting the actions for this? Town necropolis. I guess I didn't think they had that many towns, especially if we trashed some. And there goes another one. All right, I'm gonna play at least one market square. I think we don't need all of these swaps. We could get one more knight. I guess so. There goes another town. So they have no towns left. They should not be able to play any more than 2 highwaymen per turn at this point. That card is another highwayman. Natalie's actually pretty useful. I'd like to take that. Unfortunately, we're kind of floating in action here, but... Alright, get the 2 towns back, maybe, or should we start taking counterfeits? Yeah, because we can generate gold off of that with the market squares. We'll have to keep a market square in hand, but that's fine. Can swap into Surdestry. Okay, so they play 2 highwaymen and then buy 2 towns because they want to actually be able to play stuff. Guess we can go ahead and play this and see what that does. And let's grab Destry. I wouldn't mind swapping out of Vander at this point. Not the most useful. What do we want to take off of that? Swap? Maybe. And then we might take a highwayman later in the turn. Why do we have 3 cards in our discard pile? Oh, 2 highwaymen. Right, okay. We don't need 3 market squares. Yeah, I think we go... Highwayman... Do that... Do that... Play this gold this way, and then counterfeit this one back. All right, maybe we should start scoring, or we could. We did get an extra highwayman into play. We get another counterfeit. Try to be counterfeiting 2 golds per turn. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Piles are a bit of a concern, but the bot shouldn't really be able to do too much with that. Still, maybe we take, I don't know, like Innkeeper's Sentinel, if we want to play really carefully about it. We have 2 market squares in the deck. Maybe, nah. Let's take Innkeeper Market Square. We might want that last Highwayman, but I guess we'll make that determination later. They did manage to keep both of their towns? That's annoying. Oh, they're going for the piles. Okay. There goes one of their towns. Good square. Market Square. I'm gonna have to play this one for actions too. Oh, because we bottom decked Molly, that's why. Okay. So we obviously don't need this Innkeeper particularly. We could just take another swap. We could also take, if we're only planning to discard 2 market squares, we could take a Galleria. We also should consider what we want to gain with Natalie. We could just gain something that we're not going to use. Oh, we could gain a Sentinel that we then swap. That probably makes sense. We had 3 actions, 4 actions. Yeah, we don't have the actions to play the Galleria. Unfortunately. Maybe we just keep the Innkeeper. It does help a little bit. Village is 5 more cards in hand, so we're not doing anything with that. We could swap a market square back into the pile. It probably makes sense. In exchange for probably another swap. Like, we could take another Innkeeper, but okay. I think we've gotten all of their towns. We have 5 towns. There's 5 in the trash. Yeah. All right, so no, that. We have the option. We could gain like a silver. I guess that we might as well, because that gives us a card to play against the Counterfeit. How many counterfeits are in the trash? Just one. So they still have one counterfeit. Okay. I guess we might as well see how much money do we generate if we do that. 20. Okay. Wait, it's still 20? No, it's 19. Okay, I can math. Province. Pick another silver. What I'd kind of actually like is another innkeeper now that I'm here. I'm like, oh, I should have taken that second innkeeper after all. But it's like innkeeper discarding provinces. Certainly be a thing. I'll take the silver, I guess. On the last turn, we can swap out of knights in order to, even just into swaps, in order to just draw more cards. So that helps. Okay, at this point, we need to make them discard. Fortunately, we can do that. Let's see if there's even anything to trash. Nope. So what does that mean that they have in hand? We just trashed 2 golds, and they had a counterfeit. They bought a gold, so they have a counterfeit and a gold, and an Acropolis in hand. Yeah, they can't really do anything. Can we get to triple province this turn? We had 20 last turn. I think we can. So last turn we had 19 without counterfeiting the counterfeit. Counterfeiting the counterfeit gets us to 20. Natalie can gain us another silver, or we could just play a couple of towns for coins instead of actions. Or both. We could also take some Gallerias instead of knights. Probably should have done that rather than messing around with Michael, to be honest, but whatever. If we're going to do the Galleria thing, then we can just play our towns for actions. I think I'm going to do that. We do need to see our other counterfeit. Two Gallerias will be enough. Oh, so we can do, I don't know, swap into a Galleria. Guess we can play that. Yeah, so knights are evil. The bots deck, it actually did a pretty good job, like building up in the early game. It was impressive. I feel like it underplayed its position a little bit. Like it had a lot more money than I feel like it spent on green. Like I wonder if it could have gotten to like 5 provinces or something like that. Maybe I just miss like maybe that's not actually true, and it like couldn't do as much as I thought, or I was like misreading the numbers or something. But it seemed like starting around here, that's only 5. Here, Highwayman Town, okay. Didn't it probably need Double Town there, but whatever. Counterfeit, Highwayman. It's a bit, again, is like they were resolving like 4 Highwaymen and then they bought another one. I don't know. Oh no, I guess. I guess the numbers weren't as big as I was thinking they were. It seemed like the bot had a lot of gold. Like here, okay. But it still only had 12 coins. Okay. Yeah, I guess not. I guess that's the thing, is that like what had I even I had played a Highwayman. I'm trying to figure out where. Oh, it just says plays a gold. It doesn't tell you that the gold was counteracted. Okay, that's why. I was like, did it take me that long to get Highwayman in play? No, it didn't. Okay. But anyway, when you're like, gold is decent enough payload, but I guess when enough of your golds are getting trashed over and over, it's not actually that much money. Yeah, I don't know. I do. So I guess it seemed like the bot had a deck where like it had enough Highwaymen that it could reasonably double province or something, but I guess it never got to that point. Maybe the knight attacks came online early enough. Anyway, the point is, like, if it weren't for the knights being on the board, I think what the bot was doing could have been pretty good. But when I was talking at the beginning of the game about Market Square and gold being defense against knights, that's only really true if you don't like totally ignore them. If you get knights and your opponent gets knights, then having that stuff will help mitigate the damage until the knights go away. But if you just completely ignore it like the bot does, then it's just gonna chew through everything. It's like, yeah, initially the bot had some opportunities to gain golds off of market squares or whatever, but eventually the market squares got trashed, or it didn't have plus actions, or it didn't have a market square in hand or whatever, and it's like eventually it just all gets deleted. So yeah, I think that's like it's just, unfortunately, the knights are not ignorable here, much as one might prefer that they would be. I mean, I guess I don't know. I just don't think you can build a deck that's fast enough here to like, because even though the trashing is fast and the deck control is fast to build up, but the payload is just, I mean, gold market square gold stuff is fine, but it isn't, it's not like a bridge payload or something where you can just like end the game super fast. Maybe bridge isn't even the best example, but maybe more like inventor or bridge troll or something like that, where you could end the game super fast before the knight deck has the ability to do enough damage. But here, if you're like single provincing or even if even if you were double provincing at some point, like the attacks, if I attacking you like 5 times a turn with knights, that's going to quickly stop you from double provincing. So yeah, I do prefer to win without the knights, but here I don't really think that was on the table. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.